the agenda tonight. First, let me say, it's close to the weather. And so Dave Arnett will be filling in for him tonight, both in the work session and at the meeting. So once again, first item on the agenda is a board appointment to the MDA. It's Mr. Robert Snowdy, Chris Collins will have a public hearing on that tonight. And then we will be voting on this in the consent agenda. Any issues or discussion with respect to the MDA appointment? Okay, we'll also have a Museum and Gardens appointment tonight that will also be on the consent agenda. And we will also have a public hearing on it. Second item on the agenda is the Recreational Trails Grant Program. This would be submission of a grant application through the Recreational Trail Grant Program for the restroom facilities at Michael Tucker Park. That is actually on the agenda tonight. Dave, anything further on that?
No, sir. It's just your normal 20% match. So we're looking at $88,618, and it's already been discussed with Jeff.
Okay, sounds good. And again, that is on the consent agenda tonight. Any questions or issues from members? This is item 2, the Recreational Trails Grant Program. Okay, hearing none, Dave, I'll turn this over to you for item 3, which is the discussion with respect to the Noble Street parking lot.
Yes, sir. We've discussed several times about the hole on Noble, turning it into a parking lot for New City Hall. We have a contract with MDA engineers for the engineering and project management for a total of $76,700. We had spoken about costing about $500,000 to convert. This contract is very specific. It is not to go over that number. And again, this is the engineering and the project management through the end of the project.
All right, and again, this is a good partnership, ultimately with the county as well. Any discussions or questions as to item 3, Noble Street parking lot?
Yeah. So
yes, sir.
It's gonna sound crazy. It sound real crazy. But you look at the camera and I say, we are not planning on putting any junk cars in that hole and coming them up, making a parking lot out of it.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Thank you for.
You say yes. Yeah. Wait, hold on. When you say yes, you mean we are or we're not?
We are not.
Okay.
No, sir.
I just want to go to record because some of our fine citizens have it out that we're going to take junk cars and put them in that hole and put some asphalt over to call it a parking lot.
No, sir.
Yeah, I you know.
The only thing we're going to be putting in there is asphalt and dirt.
Thank you for clarifying that. It's shocking on some level that we have to clarify that, but we really probably do. Thank you for bringing that up, Dee. Anything further then on item 3? Okay, item 4 would be an opioid settlement expenditure. This is something we talked about at previous work sessions, and I think even discussed in meetings. This would be, this is on the agenda tonight, and it would be allocating $75,000 of those funds to provide staffing, equipment, and administrative support for the Satchel Learning Center. Again, this is on the agenda tonight, so is there any issues or discussion as to item 4?
I think it's an excellent use for this fund.
Anything further? All right, let's move on then to item 5, which is the pay and classification plan update. Dave, I'll turn it over to you for that.
The Public Works Department is very limited on their job classifications. We have operators and laborers. Being as we have over 55 acres of cemetery, we would like to add a sexton, which is basically a cemetery caretaker. That position does not require a CDL or any type of specialized equipment operation, but it does allow us to put a little more value on that position due to the responsibility and the care of family and the care of grant.
many are we, this one was just.
Just one, correct.
Is that going to be added to the community?
We put specifically in there a 2-year experience. So we have 2 people assigned to the cemetery currently. One has previous experience to the tune of about 10 years. The other one is a new transfer over there. So we wanted to give that time to grow before we could put you in the next position. So this is actually a little bit higher pay for the section. So it would be managing the cemetery to a degree.
Anything further is item 5, and I'll note that we've been provided a job description for the section there. We appreciate that. Anything further than on item 5? Okay, hearing none, before we get to updates, if there are any, as far as the agenda for tonight, Myra has provided us some information on Rebuild Alabama, including the proposed resolution for tonight. The purpose of the resolution is really more of housekeeping in nature. If we, Dave, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but if we are to be able to expend a portion of these funds for FY24, then we've got to pass a resolution before the end of this month to be able to do so. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be the purpose of Rebuild Alabama, and we need to put that on the agenda tonight. Is everybody good with putting that on the consent agenda? Again, it's just housekeeping that will allow us to expend those funds in FY24 rather than now. Is everybody good with putting that on the consent agenda? All right. Add that, I'll note that when we move to adopt the agenda. I think, Dave, that does it for me. Do you have any updates?
No.
All right, let's stand in adjournment until 5:30.